what's up, smelly friends and family? How are you guys? Rise for X34, another review for you. This one from my buddy Josh Meyer at the House of Imaginary Authors. Loving your stuff as always. This one is the new Telegramma. So I'm sure you've all heard of it on the Facebook groups and all that. I'm not going to say it's going to be like a love-hate fragrance, but I'm sure there's going to be some differences in what people get and how they feel about it. But I really enjoy it. I really like this one. I'm going to get in there with the notes. It's a 2019 release, of course. Telegramma, of course, is the name. You have talc, you have lavender absolute, you have black pepper, you have teak, amyris, vanilla, and then you have vanilla powder actually, and then fresh linens. So guys, this one is right off that initial blast. It's kind of cool, but when you don't think about when you first smell it, but when you see the black pepper back here, you actually smell a little bit of that pepperness. So it's not really like any sort of citrusy open or anything, but it does have that black pepper opening. Now it's not going to make you sneeze, but it's just a really you get it. You get that black pepperiness going on, and then right away this sweetness kind of comes in there. You do get the woodsiness. It's quite powdery, of course, hence the talc. But it's like a clean as well. It's kind of clean and sweet at the same time. I guess that vanilla kind of takes place in there, and then you just kind of get that older fashioned, like that lavender, you know. And I think it's just with the ingredients in this kind of mixes together. It's not like barbershop really, but. And I'm not saying it's like an old-fashioned fragrance or anything, but you kind of get a little bit of that, maybe like kind of like an 80s vibe. It's more of like an older version of something, which is really cool. You know, I mean, I enjoy that too. I sprayed it on my hand here, so. But again, that's kind of in the first initial, the first initial thing going on there. Towards the middle and the dry down, it's not too much like that. It kind of turns a little bit woodsy. You do get a lot of the lavender in there, of course, and then just that sweet vanilla comes through. And it is quite addicting, actually. I do really, really enjoy it. Again, it has a freshness to it where it's not going to be too sweet and cloying. It's not too powdery. I think it's blended really well. Again, I'm not sure what kind of reviews are out there on this right now. It's just kind of a different scent. And again, don't take my old-fashioned kind of say, you know, it's not like an older, like an older version of something. I'm just saying it's just kind of has a little bit of that vibe of like maybe like a little bit of an 80s vibe, maybe like the lavender kind of thing going on. But it smells really, really good, and I actually got a compliment with it the first time I wore it. So, and again, this one's kind of a tough one for seasons. Not sure really. I guess you could kind of wear it all season, every season. It might get a little bit too much, maybe like in the hot summer, but other than that, it's pretty good. Performs pretty well. It projects like kind of like a monster at first. I actually wore it to the gym one day. Maybe a bad idea. Everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, you're filling up the room." So again, I don't know. It's one of those fragrances where sometimes you're not going to smell it too much on you, but the next person's going to really smell it. So it projects really well. A good 2 to 3 hour projection. It's lasted most of my work day, of course. So again, it kind of gets a little bit close to the skin, but towards that 7th, 8th hour, you have someone that still kind of comes next to you and talks about what you're wearing. So it does, it's still there after that 7 to 8 hour mark. So I think it performs really well. But just a great all-around fragrance. Like I said, it's blended really well. I don't know. I don't want to say if it's going to be a love-hate fragrance, but people are going to have some mixed thoughts on it, I think, but I think it works for me, and I really like it. The presentation, Josh, you did an awesome job. I don't know, I haven't really received, I purchased this one from you, obviously, a couple weeks ago, but the last presentation didn't have any of this, so it was more like the little sleeve thing and all that. So I don't know when you started this one, but this is awesome. This is exactly what I kind of wanted the whole time, with that whole book thing kind of going on. But there it is. Even some nice like foam in here to keep the bottle quite nice. But that's just now you can actually, if you wanted to, you could, and then it's also magnetic, so it's pretty cool. It opens up, but it's all magnetic. But just a great all-around box and presentation. Also has the little spot for that extra sample down there that he includes in the packaging. So guys, excellent fragrance, but like I said, if you wanted to, you know, put these on the shelves in a certain way too, it's pretty cool because you could do that and it would stack up nice, almost like a bookshelf. So, but there's that. He actually sent me a pen with it. So this says, "I will never forget the scent of your skin, the discreet indulgence of breathing you in." So right there, sent me a pen. It says Telegram on there. So kind of cool. Little attention to detail, which is kind of nice. Always sends you the bookmark, which is pretty nice. You can spray your scent on there too. And then the bottle, of course, I love the new bottles. Excellent. He's got the little imaginary authors right there. And I love the graphics that are always done for these. And then of course the telegramma right there. And then of course your ingredients and your notes. Leave that up there for a little bit so you guys can kind of see. But and then sprayer's decent, so not too bad. It's usually with this one, probably 3 to 4 sprays. You might not want to overdo it, but again, it's not going to be crazy overwhelming either. So, but yeah, there's that black pepper opening. Wow. I don't know. And then all of a sudden, boom, the sweetness kind of comes in there. So, I don't know. It's just, I think it's an addicting scent. I would love to hear your thoughts on this one. I don't know if there's any reviews of this one yet, but Josh Meyer, again, another nice release. And you know, I just like the way this one went. You know, it's just different. It's the pepperiness, the sweetness. You have the woodsy in there, and then lavender's great. So you kind of get that fresh linen kind of lavender thing kind of going on there a little bit, and it's just a nice scent. So guys, Imaginary Authors, Telegramma. I'd love to hear your thoughts. See if you purchased a bottle yet. You can get it on his site. I believe these sell for $95. And so I think the price is still really reasonable for what you get and all that. And I think it's a 60 ml bottle. So, but guys, Rise for Eggs 34, thank you so much for always joining me for these reviews. I love you guys, and just let's have a great 2020. Talk to you soon.